Check it out. Check it out. We back and we got an update, a redo on the retirement. Tom Brady, he is retired. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Congrats to you on the second retirement for one, but on an amazing career. I wish it maybe would have been a year, maybe even two earlier, maybe after the Super Bowl. But I know when you're a competitor like Tom is, he didn't want to just win the Super Bowl and go off into the sunset. He wanted to try and run it back. He was trying to run the Patriots and Bill Belichick in the Patriot way off of his resume of saying, y'all tried to say that that man made me, that organization made me. No, 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 no. They helped me. But the reason why the Patriots are how they are is because Thomas Brady Jr. But shout out to Brady, man. Like I said, I wish it would have been done a little earlier, maybe a little cleaner, because you got to remember, people didn't like Tom, but they didn't like him in New England because he was just winning. And we know, of course, we know there was the Deflate Gate, and we know that they had the Patriots fine, but they got past the little, Deflate Gate stuff, and people just didn't like him more for the winning. Got to Tampa, became Tampa Tom. That boy got hit with it. That boy was probably out there saying "Jit," was good, Jit. You know what I mean? He's probably out there Wu Tanging, hitting the bop, all that, bro. Go through the COVID year, win the Super Bowl, bro. The worst, I believe they were the losingest organization percentage wise in NFL history. Win the Super Bowl, come back the next year. Ah, don't run it back. They don't look too good. They get beat on by the Rams. They tried to make a little comeback at the end, but the Rams pretty much dominated the game. Bucks made a run at the end. And then he retires. The GOAT retires. Tom Brady is gone. Then he comes back. And then just everything was just shaky from then on, from the retirement to the unretirement to obviously he had his personal stuff going on where he had to leave training camp. He just didn't play good. He was blaming it on everybody else. Just didn't look good this year. And just everything just it wasn't the same. It wasn't the lovable Tampa Tom that we knew after he won the Super Bowl. And you started seeing people start to nitpick in them cheeks and them chinks in that armor, right? And the craziest thing about it is, like, from a Batman quote, what did Two Face say? Either you die a hero, or you see yourself, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's what I think we started to see with Tom. People started, not liking how he was moving, wasn't liking the results they were getting from him. And now we here today, a re-retirement. Said all that to say, congrats once again. You are the GOAT. This man won 7 Super Bowls, went to 10 of them. He had some that he should have won. He had some that he could have lost. But that's a part of sports. That's a part of football. Tom, you did your thing. I don't think nobody's ever catching. That's a quarterback. There might be a Robert Ory that bounces around some teams, and I don't even think that'll happen in football. That'll be close to maybe getting 7, but I don't think any quarterback will ever get 7 Super Bowls again. I don't think it's possible. I think there's too many good young quarterbacks that are here and will continue to come throughout the next years for that to happen. I feel like it's kind of like Tiger Woods, right? Where Tiger, he was just dominant. Like he would have dominated any era. But now there's so many more good young golfers coming on to the tours every year. It's just going to be hard to win week in, week out, week in, week out. Because one, they're not going to be as good as Tiger Woods. And then two, the competition is higher. I think there's quarterbacks that we already seen, like the Patrick Mahomes, and there's other guys that can be as good or better, maybe physically, or attributes that we talk about, throwing power, how do they move in the pocket, their feet, whatever it may be, that are better than Tom Brady. But the way that the Patriots were as an organization, what Tom was able to do, some of the bounces that they got, some of the things that happened in a excuse me, around the time, I don't think all that can come together for a quarterback to get 7 Super Bowls and go to 10. Patrick Mahomes has won as good as he's been. been to 2, and now he's on to 3. Think about that. Patrick Mahomes would have to win this one and 5 more without losing in a row to get his 7th. So we got to think that he would lose some of those. So he has to at least go to 5 more if he wins this one and 5 in a row. So yeah, man, and just going against Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and like I said, some of the other young boys that are in the league, it's going to be tough. So what Tom Brady has done, I don't think anybody else is going to do for a very, 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 very long time at the quarterback position, or maybe ever again. Tom Brady, shout out to you and everything you did. Like I said, you came from the 6th round to become the GOAT. So if anything, kids, I don't care if you're a grown person watching this and you got a regular job. It don't matter where you start. You see, it's all about where you finish. And Tom Brady had a Hall of Fame career twice. He did it. Shoot, you could have broken down maybe into threes. 777. I think he did 21 years, and he probably would have made the Hall of Fame 3 times with his career. Kind of like the Kobe in 8 and the Kobe in 24. That's what I feel about Tom, bro. Tom did his thing. Like I said, I do not think he had a good year by his standards. But once again, he's 45, 46. What is a good year? That's an amazing year at 45, 46 because he's still in the NFL. But I don't think it's Tom Brady of what his caliber of a year would be. And it also sucked because you could see in his message that he wanted to cry. You could hear it in the voice. And then, like he said, you only get one long written retirement speech and to tweet out in the post, and he used it up last year. And there was all the drama behind he retired and came back. So this one just felt like it was like, this is what y'all wanted. I'm giving it to y'all. I'm tired of it. I'm done. So I do feel bad about how he had to get this one off because it was just kind of like, I'm done. I'm tired more than, hey, I'm excited to start the new chapter of my life. It was more of, hey, things didn't go how I wanted to, especially with all the personal things that happened. Feel like he's just tired and he needs some time. I know he got the big Fox deal. I wonder if he'll jump straight into it. I think he'll have enough time to recoup by the time football comes back around and jumps into that. But I could also see him putting it off a year, then jumping into it and jumping in mid-year or something like that. But to end this all off, shout out to Thomas Patrick Edward Brady Jr. You are the GOAT. You did your thing. You set the bar very, very high. And you set it to where some folks might not ever be able to get up there to what you did, Super Bowl and winning wise. Salute to you, my guy.